What if I told you The Exorcist, one of the most terrifying films ever made, was actually inspired by a real-life case that shocked the world? The story behind the movie is even more disturbing than what you saw on screen. It all began in the late 1940s, in a quiet American suburb, where a young boy's life would become the center of a supernatural storm. The boy's family was desperate for answers. Doctors, priests, and even the boy's own family claimed he showed impossible strength, far beyond what any child could possess. He would lash out with a force that left grown men struggling to restrain him, and his voice would sometimes change, sounding guttural and inhuman. He spoke in languages he'd never learned, including Latin and ancient phrases that stunned the priests. Witnesses said he would suddenly shout words and sentences that no one in his family understood, as if something, or someone, was speaking through him, and they say even levitated right off his bed. Family members and clergy swore they saw his body rise into the air, defying all logic and science. The room would grow icy cold, and objects would rattle as if an unseen force was present. This wasn't just movie magic or Hollywood exaggeration. The events that inspired The Exorcist were documented by multiple witnesses, and the fear was very, very real. The Catholic Church kept records of every terrifying moment. Priests involved in the exorcism wrote detailed diaries describing the boy's violent outbursts, the strange words he uttered, and the chilling phenomena that seemed to follow him wherever he went. Scratches would appear on his skin out of nowhere, sometimes forming words or symbols. These marks would bleed, then vanish as quickly as they came, leaving everyone in the room terrified and confused. Furniture flew across the room, as if hurled by invisible hands. Chairs, tables, and even heavy dressers would move on their own, witnessed by family, friends, and clergy alike. The house itself seemed to come alive with a malevolent energy. The exorcism dragged on for weeks, with priests and family members taking shifts to watch over the boy. Everyone there was left shaken to the core, haunted by what they had seen and heard. Some never spoke of it again. The fear lingered long after the rituals ended, casting a shadow over everyone involved. Here's where it gets even creepier. The real story didn't happen in some far-off land, it happened right here in America. This all happened in Maryland, just miles from where the film would later be shot. The quiet neighborhood was forever changed by the events that unfolded in that unassuming house. When Hollywood got hold of the story, the filmmakers changed some details to make the story even scarier, but the core of the tale remained true to the real events. In the movie, the victim's a girl,